Welcome to Royal Table Talk. My name is Latoya Conway Hampton, and I am your host. And today our episode is about mothers. So happy Mother's Day to all you wonderful mothers out there. All of you mothers to be, all of you big mamas, Medias, all those names that we give our mothers. Today we're going to go into depth about what it means to be a mother. I want to start off with a question. What do you call your mother? So, I am 51 and I call my mom mother. So way back when, it was appropriate when you had certain respect for your mother that you would call her mother. There is a mama, there's a ma, mother, mom, momsy, mama, mommy, Medea, momzo, mother dear, mother dearest, big mama, or mother bear, just to name a few. So I have the name Mother Bear. So let's talk a little bit about the first time I heard the word mother bear. I was a little offended. I was like, mother bear, how does that sound? Well, I want to be real honest. I'm not very foo-foo and I am not very fluffy. And I've been blessed to mother my own 9 and hundreds of others across the country. And what I realize is they call me Mother Bear because I'm going to bring it to you just the way it is. There's no fluff, no sugar, none of that. But I'm loving and caring at the same time. So I learned to embrace Mother Bear. So I had a group of women that I served maybe like 2.5 years ago. Because they went from calling me and my partner good cop, bad cop, because I was the one like, come on now, you could do better. And I expect better, to being here by myself and I just got the total name as Mother Bear, Mama Bear. So what does it mean to be a mother? Oh my goodness. A mother is a protector. She protects you from harm. She protects you from yourself. She protects you from the world. She protects her nest, her home, where you reside, right? Mother Bear, mother, protector. Mother's also a guider. You know how some moms say, oh, my kids know, they know better, they better do the right thing. Well, our job is to really just guide them through the world by being that example. You can't control your kids, you can't tell them what to do, but you guide them. And if you practice guiding them, what you will find is that they will follow your guide. Another thing is be your kid's friend. You know, you have to be a friend to your children. Now, there's 2 different levels. Now, when your children are little, you be very friendly. You play with them, you have fun, but you let them know that I'm mother, you're the child. I'm the mother, you're the child, but you're being friendly with them. And then when your children become adults, then you have to learn how to be a mother of adult children. Now, granted, that is a process. So right now, you know, all but one of my children are adults. And I found that it was very challenging until I met another seasoned woman who said to me, you must change the way you parent your children when they become adults. You have to be a parent of adult children. That means your decisions, your thoughts, your values are no longer theirs unless they choose to practice them. And you have to be okay with that. And not always get in their life and feel like I'm your mother, you're an adult, you're going to do what I say, because that changes, right? So we talked about being a protector. Mothers are a protector. You know, we protect them from a lot. We guide them as they should be, right? And then you're their friend. So being a mother is very hard. But your job is to equip your children with knowledge and skills and abilities to make them as a competent, productive citizen of society, a healthy, responsible human being, right? So, as a mother, you really sacrifice a lot for your children. You know, what have you sacrificed? Just really take a minute to think about it. What have you sacrificed for your children? Is it clothes? Is it your education? Was it your relationship? As a mother, we're selfless, you know, who sacrifice so much to make sure that our children's needs are being met. As a mother, we work really, really hard. This morning, I got up about 6 o'clock. Today is the day that I normally come in later. I've been outside in my backyard. You know, it's hot, but I sacrifice my time and I work really hard. And not only did I do it, I'm showing my granddaughter how to do different things and work in the yard, and we're pruning trees, and you know that knowledge and skills and ability to make them a competent person. So it makes me understand our children much better. So I had a lot of love to give as a child. I was a kid who needed a lot. I went through a lot. And what I realized is I had 9 kids. I got a lot of kids to spread my love with. So that's what I recognize as being a hard worker, a loving person, and a mother of many kids. So there are different types of mothers. This gets really deep. So what type of mother are you? Are you a perfectionist mother? Um, a perfectionist mother needs to make sure that everything is just right. And if it's not just right, what happens is that the child will experience certain type of things, right? The kids, when the mother is a perfectionist, the kid have a strong sense of commitment in a relationship. They're responsible and reliable for pretty much everything. And then they always feel like the opinions of the other people is more important of their own. That's like an emotional thing. When you have a mother that's a perfectionist, your kids want your opinion. They want to do it your way. And if they don't do it your way, they actually don't know how to do it on their own. Let's talk about an unpredictable mother, because there's 5 different types of mothers that I'm talking about here today. An unpredictable mother have a lot of anxiety, very anxious about everything. Like the poor kids, they don't know what to do. Mama is just really trying to figure it out on her own, very overwhelmed by her own feelings because her parenting style is based on how she feels. This type of mother is very chaotic because today I could be happy, excited. Tomorrow I could be upset and rushing. The next day I can be sad and overwhelmed. And so this type of chaos causes our children to have a lot of issues as an unpredictable mother. And some of the strengths that the kids have is they're very empathetic. They know how to take care of mom because she's unpredictable. Let me see what mood she in today. How do I help her? What type of mom is she really being today? Because those emotions are overwhelming. They're flip-flopping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. These kids grow up learning how to take care of other people with emotional issues because guess what? They had an unpredictable mom. So not only do they take good care of other people, they get in relationships with people that are unpredictable because they find that as a natural, normal stage for them to be in, because they know how to manage other people's feelings and emotions. How about the best friend mom? Now, we all want to be a best friend to our children, especially our girls. It's like, that's my ride or die. That's my daughter. That's my sister friend. But you have to really remember that your kids are not your equal. You are the adult. You are the responsible. You have to be willing to set some healthy, responsible boundaries. Whew, what in order? So I shared my story a lot, and my older daughter was my sister friend, right? It's like she made all of the adult decisions with me because I, at that point in time, needed help. I needed the support. And instead of her being a child, she assumed both positions. She was I could confide in her. She was my emotional partner. She cared for my children when I was unable to do so. So I think somewhere, somehow I used my daughter as my best friend type thing. And even to today, now, I speak with both of my daughters now equally. At one point, it was just one-sided where it was just my older daughter. But when it was brought to my attention that the balance was off, then I kind of worked on it because my job as a mother is to be the mother that's responsible for all children, not just communicating with one. And so I had to learn how to balance that relationship off. And She is my close friend. Actually, they're both are my close friends, my two daughters. But I also think that I had to learn how to separate my minor daughter and let her be a child and not consume and resume all the adults' responsibilities, because I did that real well. I needed her so much, and so instead of being a child, she was like my support. In this situation, the mother consumes so much, and she relies on all of the things that really I should be doing, and I relied on her. So best friend mother can be really, really tricky. And another scenario of a best friend mother is when you have children that need to be disciplined in terms of taking the cell phone. You need to come in at a certain time, but you're looking at this kid like they're your equal. They're not your equal. They're your child, but you're the adult, you're the mother, you're responsible for the things that they do, right? So let's talk about what happened with that best friend mother. How the kids suffer. They understand sometimes the boundaries between adults and children, but they don't really respect it because we haven't really expected when they become our best friend. They feel like they can do what we do because that's what we've left. They're also feeling very emotionally neglected. Why? Because when I need you to help me and support me, you can't give it to me. Why? Because you're looking at me like your friend. You don't know what I need. So I'm feeling a little bit unloved and unappreciated as a child. And you're my mother who's my best friend. So our kids need something from us when we're mothers and their children, right? So the one that we all look at when it happens is the me first mom. Have you ever went out in a community and you noticed a mom and everything was about her, her, and you looking from a place of not of being judgmental, however, but you looking at that place like really wanting to support the kids. That self-absorbed, insecure type of woman is an individual that always thinks about her own world and always want to make herself shine. It has to be about her, always and often. These kids, they do have strengths. They're able to support other people. They're very insightful because guess what? Mama got some challenges. I know that I'm always putting everybody first because my mother always went first. Me first, mom. The emotional challenges that the kids have is that they don't really understand that they can make decisions on their own because their mother always make decisions, and then whatever's left that was secondary then comes for them. And another part that's important is that these children don't understand what they're feeling. What they recognize is that I need to make sure that my mom's okay so I can be okay. So they'll begin to do the things that make mom look good because she want to look good. That me first mom, years ago, I lived in Los Angeles, and I never forget this day. I was at the park with my children, and because I had so many, I would dress, the boys alike and the girls alike, and sometimes we all are dressed alike. It's just a part of who I am, with the matchy type thing. And this one particular day, I was at the park, and this lady walked up. Oh my gosh, she looked gorgeous, gorgeous, long, pretty hair, all nice and pretty, and jewelry, and dressed nice. And then her babies got out the car, and they didn't look so nice. And I'm looking at her, and at that point, I wasn't as healthy and responsible as I am today. I look at people with no judgment, right? And so I'm looking at her like, okay. And then it was windy. She got a jacket on, but the kids don't have a jacket on. Nose is running, hair hasn't been combed. It's like, okay, the terminology is that's a me first mom. I need to look good. You guys are my kids. You just come with me and you look good because you with me. And so I find that very heartening. It really stiffens my heart because our children are a reflection of who we are. Most mothers sacrifice things in their life so their kids can have some of the things that they weren't able to have. And granted, we must take care of ourselves as mothers first so we can support our children. But that's not in a selfish way. That's not in a selfish way. but that's in a way that you can find balance because your children are a reflection of you. So the next mother is where we all strive to be. And only 10% of us are this type of way. The complete mother. You combine all the strengths from each mother into one spot, right? The me first mom, the unpredictable mom, okay, let me go back because our best friend mom. And being able to do all of those things is very important when we're thinking about our children. It's very important. So the complete mother is a woman that's well-rounded. I put my children beside me. I nurture my children. I give them knowledge, right? Because you got to teach those children. You have to guide your children. And some mothers don't get the blessing to raise their children. Now, sometimes we're not equipped to be a mom, even though we bear children. Until my children was removed and placed in foster care, I had a lot of issues and a lot of challenges. And the blessing that I got was to regain custody of my children. That's not always the truth for all moms. And even if your children don't get to come home with you ever again, it's your responsibility to reach out to that child. So now they're not carrying the weight of mama left me, or mama didn't want me, or I'm not good enough, right? So as a mother, we wanted to do this special tribute to you to let you know that when you become a complete woman, it may not be in the beginning. This is where more than 10% of us should strive for, even though 10% are there. We want to make sure that these kids have the ability to be well-rounded, productive citizens of society. Now, I shared a little bit about growing up. I want to say this. At the time that I grew up, my mother had a lot of challenges in her life. And so my dysfunction, a lot of it stemmed from what I went through, what I seen, what I heard, and what I did not receive. Because I decided to go into drug treatment, I was able to become a healthier, well-rounded woman. So I want to say this. For all of you women out there, love yourself, but also love your children. There is nothing like mom, mama, mother, Medea, whatever your children call you, or whatever you call your mom. So maybe you've made some mistakes in parenting. Okay, take a parenting class. Maybe maybe you made some mistakes with your mother. Okay, make amends. If your mother is no longer on this earth, I would encourage you to write her a letter. Read it out loud so you can have that release. Excuse me. So you can have that release to love and support your mother. So in closing, to whom much is given, much is required. You are required to show the love and affection to your mother in any form you possibly can. So this Sunday is Mother's Day. What will you do to rebuild a relationship with your mother, to strengthen a relationship with your mother, or to go and get a relationship to your mother? My name is Latoya Conway Hampton. I am blessed to be a mother of 9 and a mama bear of thousands and hundreds and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people across the country. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're listening to our podcast, subscribe, hit the like button, share it with friends. We're here every Wednesday. Today, I wanted to do a special thing for you, so it's on Thursday. And God bless. Happy Mother's Day. And if you never had a relationship with your mother, find it in your heart to forgive her for the mistakes that she made. Because if no one instilled all these healthy, responsible values in us, then where do they come from? Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Latoya Conway Hampton, and I am your host.